Hey everyone, it's Aisha Love, founder of Multidimensional U. Welcome to World Psychic Hygiene Week. Apologize for any technical issues. The link we had set up wasn't working, so I had to go to a different one. So let's talk about World Psychic Hygiene. What are we talking about? What is psychic hygiene? All of that. I'm going to make a few announcements, and then we're going to dive into a little bit of a more multidimensional meditative experience. I will direct your attention to the screen right here, this area between the bushes. There is a beautiful vixen fox napping in the bushes right there. So she comes to visit us and had a little treat earlier. I might call her out at some point here. Maybe she'll make a debut. So welcome, whether you're here live or catching the replay. What is psychic hygiene? What are we talking about? And who the heck am I? So I'm Aisha Love. I'm a metaphysician and a multidimensional guide. I've been working with the world's healers for the better part of the last 15 years, helping channel your spirit guides to help keep you on track with your soul plan here that you forgot you set up. And lo and behold, just like I had to go through, I was like, wait, what? I'm doing what in this lifetime? Who knew? My awakening was in 08, 09 onward. And it's been my distinct privilege and pleasure to get to play this role of delivering divine messages left, right, and center, both professionally and then just out in my everyday life. I can't tell you the number of wait staff and bartenders that have gotten messages from their spirit guides over the years. So let's dive in. Psychic hygiene. What is it? Why does it even matter? Why should we care? Well, just like we learned that hygiene, washing our hands prevents the spread of disease, when we clear our bioenergy fields, we tend to feel much less sluggish, weighed down, heavy. We are working here on this channel and with me, hi from Finland, with multidimensional templates. What is a template? It is, I see everything in geometries. It's the base code of reality. Hey, Gina. Linda Lou. And that's what informs our reality. So for those of you just joining us, keep your eye on the screen back here. We have a beautiful little vixen fox sleeping in the bushes. We might call her out here before I'm done. I love that Fox is here today. And so we can, just unconsciously be carrying all of this, forward. Yeah, thanks, Jim. There was a little technical difficulty with the link. I'm a multidimensional channel, so I don't even know what's going to come through today for all of us. The wind is picking up, which is interesting. So it's all about moving energy. So we can get in really stuck and stagnant energy created, I'm being shown now, by our own thought forms. So we're going to dive into the heart of the message here in just a second, and then in more of a multidimensional meditative experience to do clearing and whatever else wants to come through. But first, I just want to mention that at the end of this week on Friday, we're going to gather live with our cameras on in a Zoom gathering to do a group clearing and a group meditation experience. And this is a great opportunity to see one another face to face, get some one-on-one support time. And it is the day that I'm reopening my Illuminate group program. So it's a great opportunity to see what that's like. What is she talking about? What is this container? And what kind of support might it yield you? Now, all of this is timed perfectly as we enter the holiday season. And historically, when I used to professionally do auric field clearings for people and their loved ones, this is a challenging time for a lot of people because family of origin or in-laws, etc., can tend to bring up the wounded parts of our self-concept. I have like a completely different understanding of what the work is for us here on the awakening path now than I did 10 years ago. So I'm going to speak a lot more to self-accountability and to cleaning up our own act rather than projecting judgment on other people. It doesn't mean that the people around us aren't in a lot of judgment and projection, but it's just understanding where it comes from. It's coming from distortion and pain and a level of unconsciousness. It is de facto the current state of the planet. And so all of the change we wish to see, here's the big top why of why I'm even doing Psychic Hygiene Month and week. And it's so that we can really begin to change in here and shift our holographic projection that comes out here. These are some really advanced multidimensional ways to impact the reality fields around us. Yeah, thanks for the gratitude. um, and so that's all opening at the end of the week. I also just want to give a shout out and thank you to the sponsors that helped underwrite my some of our programs, including the Illuminate program, the last round, and some of my private mentorship clients. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know you've benefited from this work and you're just paying it forward. And it's just been really beautiful to see the economy of the Trinity in action. And if that speaks to anyone who would like to support others in being able to do this work, be able to afford it, and make sure I get paid for my services, just go to the donate button on the website. You can write a short note, or you can reach out and email us directly at info@multidimensionalu.com. We're down to our last 2 scholarships, and it's just been really beautiful to see who's been able to enter the program in this way. All right, now. Okay, so the guides and my greater self, our greater teams, want to, basically we're having a conversation with ourselves here. And the conversation is, hey, y'all, let's remember that this is all a projection. This is all our own creation. So to clean things up so that we can move through the world with more ease and grace and flow and love and harmony and unity and all the things we say we want in the world, and that we can tend to really judge other people for not being in. We're just going to collapse all those projections and come into our, there we go, come into your own field right now. You may have other people on your mind, or they may have you on their mind, and there may be this kind of, there we go, we're just going to clear up the astral field in general around your own sphere. Yeah, as we do that, I can feel a lot clearing from the jaw. So the coherence that my field is in training others. I still am not completely sure how to talk about how I do what I do. I don't really know that it matters. To me, the outcome matters. Everyone should feel lighter, more balanced, more grounded, centered, and clear. And so our teams are just saying is, you've got to come bring it all home now. There's no more they and them. Yeah, there's so much energy on this. The projection outward of they and them has got to end. And as we do that, we're essentially going and taking back all of our energy. Anytime we reference something else, we're connecting our energy to it, is what I'm being shown. So we want to bring, there we go, just start to bring all of that back now. And in this space of equanimity, of non-judgment, let your self-concept, your ego, your body remember that you don't actually know the whole story. So it's not really yours to create stories or judgments. There we go. There's even more clearing from the jaw. There we go. And from the back and the shoulders. It's I'm being shown, and I can feel it in my body. It's very tiring to carry all these stories. It's like carrying a heavy sack of potatoes on your back. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just clearing out all our old stories, like a browser cache on the internet. Yeah, there it all goes. I'm feeling lots release from the lower back, the tailbone. Just clearing out all the old stories, all the old narratives. Let them go. There's a big clearing. I can feel the tongue clearing. Again, it's interesting. It's all in the jaw. I guess that kind of makes sense because we tell stories from here, right? From the throat chakra. Oh my goodness. That feels much better as I feel now in the solar plexus, tummy area. Whew. Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of reverberation in there that's being used to clear. But it just keeps clearing from this whole area of the jaw, even the teeth. It's amazing. I'm hearing the funny thing about humanity is the more you say something out loud or think it, the more you believe it, and it becomes an entrenched belief system that then is on automatic. So this is what's being cleared, almost like the minerals in the bones in our teeth have been holding an old program, and all that's clearing. The net result of a lot of these old stories and judgments is incredible tension in the body. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, it just keeps moving. Lots and lots clearing. As I look up, it's 10:10. We've been going 10 minutes, 10 seconds. There we go. And as all this continues to clear, there's even more clearing in the solar plexus and in the root. So essentially what I'm being shown by my own teams is that it's really important to clear out all of these old repeating patterns. You repeat a pattern enough, it just becomes a habit. It just becomes a way of life. You don't even question it. So yeah, there we go. And we're moving it even faster now. So think of like, you know, it's almost like spin rate is increasing. There we go. I can tell the body already is beginning to feel much lighter and much less dense because it's not carrying the burden of all these stories. And a lot of these stories I'm being shown aren't even your creation. They're stories you inherited down the ancestral line or from the greater collective. And I've got that really nice feeling of, it's like a little bit buzzy, but it's also just quiet. It's just quiet because there's not a bunch of churn and noise and right? This is why many people, I'm being shown, do not want to be alone because they are alone with all of this churn. And so the TV's on, the radio's on. There's always something going on. But as we clear all of this, your own company becomes a respite, it becomes a sanctuary. The real test is when we go back into, right, holiday season, we go back into society. Can you maintain that equanimity? Can you maintain this inner sanctuary? That is the whole purpose of this work this week. And as we go deeper into our judgments and the Illuminate program to really get to the bottom of what's going on with our shadow and our wounding that would have us stay in these projections. So yeah, we've just cleaned up. We've cleaned up a lot of old files and browsing history, if you will, so that just doesn't automatically pop up all the time anymore. And then there's something much more expansive and free and quiet and tranquil can take its place. And there's the giggle. You know, I've noticed something over the years as I've gone to do these public events. The hour leading up to it, all of a sudden I'll feel so sluggish and so tired. And I realize it's that like it's all the collective, we'll just call it gunk, building up and getting ready to release. And so I can feel that now. My body doesn't feel nearly as like, ooh. So take a few deep breaths into the heart center. Put 2 hands over the high heart and gently press. Let's release some oxytocin. Because I read this today, I feel like it's for this window of time. Holding hands with another person and making eye contact reduces cortisol. So if you haven't held hands with anybody recently, if you haven't had human connection, a hug, please make a point to do that for yourself. We are mammals with a nervous system. We're wired for this, for co-regulation. Now my body is naturally beginning to do a spiral. It's because we're in a bit of a higher energetic. So just close your eyes and focus on your breath now. And my team is saying we're gonna start to move. Some of you who have already done this work with me you've reached out laterally and you're tapping fields that need this type of clearing. So just trust that the landscape scale, dimensionally, multidimensionally, that you are able to clear is being, there we go, is being cleared. Ooh. And then something very specific is coming through, is to allow yourself in the next few days to self-reveal any and all ways in which you are not allowing yourself to be your most authentic expression. Authentic meaning simply uncensored. You don't pull yourself back in or shift what you're saying in order to accommodate a perceived threat or judgment from those closest to you. This would be spouses, children, family members, close friends. There we go. Oh my gosh, there's a ton of energy starting to move on this one. This has been in a lot of blind spots. So we're going to bring this up out of the blind spot and start to move it. There we go. Maybe even stretch, because you're getting some breathing room to really be your uncensored self. There's more clearing from the jaw as we talk about this. And why using this kind of multidimensional template and metaphysical psychic hygiene, why is it important to be an authentic self? The question is arising in the field. Because that's your most playful self. And play is the primary principle of creation, not survival. Everything else is a contortion to try to survive and get conditional love here. We're going to just blow all that up and let ourselves be our own source of unconditional love. Hi, Jen. Nice to see you here. All right. That feels so good, guys. Let me know what you're feeling. And while we do that, let's see if we can get my beautiful little fox friend to come say hello. And if you're catching the replay, please do leave a comment. Not only does it give me useful feedback, it also helps other people find this. And, you know, I just cleaned some of my house today, and I can't, you know, we all know what it feels like to have a clean house versus a messy house. And this, we're just cleaning house here so we can feel better. All right, let's see if she'll come out. Sweetie, come here. Come here. Sweetie. Come here. Did you see she's perked her little ears up? I'll stand up and see if she'll come up. Sweetie, come here, say hi. Do you want a treat? Come here. Come say hi. There she is. Hi, sweetie. It's not every day we get to have a fox in our lives, is it? Aren't you so pretty? You so pretty? Yeah. You say hi to everybody? She's excited. Awesome. Yay. Wow. Well, thank you for joining me live, or if you're on the replay, thanks for being here. And this feels really good. I feel there's more. I'm being shown like the next 12 hours, this is still going to be clearing for many people from the jaw. So drink lots of water, avoid, you know, junk food and all of that. Let yourself reset. Feels like your center is spitting out everything you don't need. Perfect. Yeah. We're just clearing the cache. Awesome with the foxes, Gina. Woohoo. Yeah, it's a gorgeous day here at almost 10,000 feet in Colorado. And I have some other locations, I think, depending on the wind speed for the next few days. And again, if you just joined us after I made the announcement on Friday, is the live Zoom gathering where we'll do this in person with our screens on so we can see each other's beautiful faces and feel one another's hearts, do some more final clearing, and then do some meditation work together and service to humanity. And it's a great time to come get some personal support. It's also a great opportunity to see what the Illuminate program is like, which I'll be opening a new cohort that day. And one last thank you and shout out to the sponsors. Some of them are former clients who have known this work and wanted to pay it forward. And if that speaks to you, I'm open. I have 4 spots left in my mentorship program, and we do have a couple scholarships left. And if you want to be a donor, the Trinity economy is something really, really beautiful. And I can't tell you how healing it is for the recipients, not to mention the donors themselves. So I'm loving all of this. And yeah, you can just write into info@multidimensionalu.com. Let's just keep this conversation going. Let's keep this work going. Let's keep this new economy going. Those of you who've been here with me for any length of time know I've come out of lone wolf and have learned a lot about attachment styles. I think I'll be talking about that going forward in the future and helping us all find our way towards greater unity, coherence. And those of you in the higher love family know about equanimity-based unity. So Awesome. All right. Well, I will see you all again here tomorrow, same time, 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And I'm being told you could do this one a few times because some people, you may be a little newer to the work and you have multidimensional intelligence that will only let so much clear at one time, because otherwise you can literally get kind of nauseous or dizzy. It's kind of like a physical detox. So feel free to come back as often as your intuition prompts you to work with these to help clear your field. Yeah. Public service, psychic hygiene, cleaning house. All right. I love you all so much. I'll see you again tomorrow, and I don't know, maybe another wildlife, depending on where I am tomorrow, depending on what location. We'll see who shows up in the field. You're welcome. Bye bye for now.